What is friction? When a body slides or tends to slide on a surface on which is resting, a resistant force opposing the motion is produced at the contact surface. This resisting force is called friction or friction force. When a body tends to move on a resting surface, okay, then the opposite force produced or a resisting force produced on the surface which blocks the motion of body, that is friction or force of friction. Okay, so we can say friction always acts in the direction of opposite to the direction of motion. Friction always act opposite to the direction of motion. If this is the resulting force, then friction force will act opposite to the resisting force. Okay, this force produces due to the irregularity on the surface. When you will see by using some different devices like magnifying lens or microscopic lens, then you will see there is some irregularity on the surface. There is some irregularity on the surface on which object is kept. Due to this irregularity, that is grooves and hills. These grooves and hills causes hills, and these grooves are the reason of friction. Okay, when object slides on these grooves and hills, so these grooves and hills tries to block the motion of object. Due to this concept, friction induced on the surface. Okay, sometimes we have to apply force to overcome these interlocking. If we are applying the force more than this interlocking force, then object will move. When we are applying the force and this force is more than this interlocking force, then object will move, otherwise object will not move. So this is all about friction. So finally we can say friction is a force which acts opposite to the relative motion of body. Friction always acts opposite to the force which we are applying to move the body. Okay, solid, liquid, gas, all in all the cases, in case of solid, liquid or gas, friction will exert. Okay, but it may different in all the cases. Types of friction. Types of friction, there are different types of friction. First one is static friction, second dynamic friction, third sliding friction, and the last one is rolling friction. Okay, friction experienced by a body when it is at rest is called static friction. When a body is at rest, the experience of friction force, that is static friction. Okay, static word used to body which is not in moving condition. Next, dynamic friction. Dynamic word related to motion. Friction experienced by a body when it is motion is called dynamic friction. Friction experienced by a body when it is motion is called dynamic friction. Sliding friction. Friction experienced by a body when it slides over another body. When a body slides over another body, it is a case of sliding friction. Okay, and the last one is rolling friction. When a body experience rolls over another body is called rolling friction. When a body experience rolling over another body, that is the rolling friction. If a body is rolling on a surface, then it experiences rolling friction. So these are the different types of friction. So finally we can say that there are some important properties of friction. There are some important properties of friction. Important properties of friction. First one, friction always opposes the relative motion. Friction always opposes the relative motion. Okay, this is the first property. Friction always opposes the relative motion. Okay, this is the first property. When body tries to motion on an object, then friction opposes the relative motion. This is the first property. Okay, second, friction produces heat. Second property, it produces heat because it opposes the motion. That's why energy produced, that is heat energy. So we can say friction produces heat. Next, friction causes wear and tear on the surface. Friction causes wear and tear on the surface, which we will see in the next slide. These are the examples of static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction. Here you can see body is in rolling condition. Okay, here body is sliding and here body is static, means there is no relative motion of the body with the surface. So these are the examples of static, sliding and rolling friction. Okay, this property we had discussed in the last slide. Effect of the friction or properties of friction. Friction produces wear and tear. Friction produces heat and it opposes the relative motion. Okay, friction produces heat with the surface and here it may produces heat. It causes wear and tear. You can take example of your shoes and slippers. After some time you can see the surface of your shoes and slippers there may be some change in your surfaces of tire, your shoes, sandals. It is due to friction force. Okay, so these are the examples of, or these are the properties, effect of friction force. Okay, now very important, advantages of friction. Okay, what are the main advantages of friction? Friction between pen and paper enable us to write on the paper. Friction help us to write on the paper. Second, friction between our feet and ground allows a movement like standing, walking and running. Next, friction between the surfaces of road and tire of a vehicle allows the vehicle to move without slipping. Okay, some others examples are like friction between the brake shoe and the wheel slow down or stop moving vehicle. Friction between the wheel and brake shoe. You can see this brake shoe in the bikes or car, or you can see this in bicycles also. There is a one shoe in the cycle which may help to stop the bicycle. Okay, and friction between a pencil, pen or paper you can see here. And we are able to light a matchstick, cut anything, tie a knot or fix nail or the wall because of friction. We are able to light a matchstick. When it is will light a matchstick on the surface, there you can see the friction surface on the box. And we can cut anything or tie anything. These are the also examples of friction. Okay, we are able to hold object with our hand due to friction. So there are so many examples of friction. Friction between the surface and your foot, and friction between the tires and road, friction between pen and paper. Okay, friction between the ground. These are between ground, and due to this we are standing or we can run on the surface. So these are the examples of or advantages of friction. Okay, What are the main disadvantages of friction? What are the main disadvantages of friction? Friction causes moving object to stop or slow down. Friction causes moving object stop or slow down. Friction produces heat, causing wastage of energy in machines. Friction produces heat, causing wastage of energy in a machine. Friction causes wear and tear of a moving part of a machinery, soles of shoes, etc. Okay, so these are the main disadvantages of friction. Friction causes moving object to stop or slow down. Friction produces heat, causing wastage of energy in a machines. Friction causes wear and tear of a moving part of the machinery and soles of the shoe. These are the main disadvantages of friction. Okay. Method of increasing and reducing friction. There are so many examples by which we can increase or reduce the friction. In real life, there are circumstances where we have to increase the friction and minimize the friction. Friction can be increased by increasing the roughness of the surface in a contact. Okay, for example, treading of shoe and tires is done to increase friction. When friction is undesirable, we have to reduce the friction. Friction can be minimized by using lubricants like oil and grease. Friction can be reduced by oils and grease. By using ball bearing between the machinery parts, or machine parts, we can reduce the friction. Okay. A substance that is introduced between two surfaces in contact to reduce the friction is called a lubricant. Fluid's friction can be minimized by giving suitable shape to the objects moving in the fluid. So sometimes by giving different types of shape we can reduce the friction. Okay. Now, some examples of reducing the friction. The first one is like polishing the surface. Okay, by polishing the surface we can reduce the friction. Okay, polishing means this is the first is polishing. By polishing a surface we minimize its irregularities and make it smooth so that friction decreases. By polishing the surface we can reduce the surface roughness. So this is the first technique to reduce the friction. Second technique, lubricating. Second technique is lubricating. Lubricating means we can reduce friction by lubricating the two surfaces in contact. By providing different types of lubricant we can reduce the friction. Okay, there are so many types of lubricant in the market, so in different cases we use different lubricants to reduce the friction. Next we are talking about the shape. Shape means by giving the streamline shape to object we can reduce the friction. In different types of fighter jets or planes, scientists provides streamline shape in the object. That's why it can reduce the air friction. By using this streamline shape we can reduce the air friction in the object. So this is due to the streamline shape. And by using roller or bar bearing, in some devices we can see the roller and ball bearing to reduce the friction. Okay, so these are the different techniques. By using this technique we can reduce the friction. So sometimes it may necessary to increase the friction and sometimes it is necessary to reduce the friction. So by using this concept we can increase or reduce the friction. Okay, here one small topic, but it is very important to understand. friction is a necessary evil. Friction is a necessary evil. Please try to understand this topic. There are instances in daily life where friction is a necessary. For example, without friction, we cannot hold object in our hand. Without friction, we cannot hold object in our hand. We cannot walk and light a matchstick without friction. Sometimes friction is not a desirable. For example, friction between the machinery parts which causes wear and tear. As friction is advantageous to us, it is considered as a friend, but due to its disadvantages, it is a foe. Depending on the circumstances, friction can be help or hindrance. Thus, it is a necessary evil. Okay, friction is a necessary evil because sometimes it causes of loss, but without friction, a life is not possible because we cannot hold the things, we cannot walk without friction, vehicles cannot walk on the road without friction. So it causes wear and tear. Then it is important for our life. That's why we are saying friction is a necessary evil. So this is all about the friction force. We had started with the definition, then advantages, disadvantages, as well as how can we reduce the friction, how can we increase the friction, and at last we had discussed about the friction is a necessary evil. So please revise it carefully. Definitely you will understand about the friction force. Okay.